Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Engel Malswati.
And my name is Alivia Intan Saputri.
We will explain about story shadow on the cabin wall.
Okay.
Shadow in the cabin wall. In the evening of the winter, we sat in front of the stone fireplace, like a knot taken from the console of the red scarf. Sprout and fixed from the big red resin throwing on the wall shadow that only the left again making the wall come alive fantastic at sharp appearing and sparring, growing and the receding. There were long silence like the witch, the flame and the dancing shadow. Then Grandpa would break the silence with some of his comment on the reel. Once a week, every Saturday and Sunday night, Grandma looked at the and twice a week, every Saturday night and Sunday night, Grandma lit the coil of lamp and read to us. Like tying the lamp was luxury, and I'm sure it was done no account of me. We had to be careful on the coal oil. Once a month, me and Grandpa walked to the settlement, and I carried the coal oil can with a red stripe in the snow. A lot of frost in me, letting me carry it all the way back to the cabin. When we went, we always carried a list of books made out by Grandma, and Grandpa present the list to the library and turned in the books and that Grandma had sent the education of little tree him to open with, and anyhow and happened so long ago. She didn't from anything called be. And anyhow, it happened so long ago she doubled of anything called be done about it now. But where we ran into real trouble was over George Washington. To understand what is meant to Grandpa, you have to know something of the background. Grandpa had all the natural enemies of the mountain man, and attuned to the he was for without saying anymore. Indian that not I suppose today the enemies what they call the establishment. But to Grandpa, whether sheriff, state or federal venue again or political of anything strict, he called them the law, meaning powerful monster who had no regard for how folks had to live and get by.
It was a month later when me and Grandpa was on the way to the settlement that I released to on the settlement I realized how he had me and Grandpa was on the way, and then it was a month later when me and Grandpa was on the way on the settlement that I realized how he had been taken under. We had walked down the trail, Grandpa leading into the wagon ruts, and then alongside the route everyone's in a while a car passed used, but Grandpa never looked around for he never accept a ride. But of a sudden, a car pulled up beside us. It was an open car inside, which dressed up like a politician, and I know Grandpa would ride, but I got a surprise. And now Grandpa always stood and sat straight as an row, but sitting in the car with his hat on, he was too tall. He refused to slouch, so he was forced to bend back straight toward the windshield. This gave him the appearance of studying the driving of the politician nervous. I could tell. But Grandpa didn't buy him any mean whatsoever.
Okay, okay, I'm finished, and I will tell you about the structure from the story. And the first, the figure, there is a grandma, grandpa, and I. And the theme, in my opinion and my friend, is a history. And the background is in a settlement and at home. And then the plot is mixed growth. And the characterizations, grandma a kind heart and top type, like a phony. It's all. And the grandpa is very smart, and characteristic I is obedience.
And then conclusion, every Saturday night and Sunday, Grandma always turn on coal oil in the lamps. Once a month, we went to the settlement with coal oil. When we going, we always brought a list of a book my grandma had made to be presented to librarian. And Grandma influenced Grandpa that the George Washington is a good person. Grandpa hopes there will be good people in politics. And then moral value. Even though we have more power, we should not be arbitrary and must care for others.